Ooh, child. Ooh, child. Can anybody hear me? Can anybody hear me? Ooh, child. Ooh, child. Can anybody hear me? Can anybody hear me? Ooh, child. Ooh, child. Can anybody hear me? Can anybody hear me? Ooh, child. Ooh, child. Can anybody hear me? Hey, KMB, KB, thank you for letting me know you can hear me. Hey, Alana Spears, thank you for letting me know you can hear me. Hey, okay, that's it. Hey, Candy Cane, thank you for letting me know you can hear me. Child, these are some of the ignorantest, weakest, trifling wimps, anything, excuse makers, mammies, African booty scratching whores, dope fiend ass niggas on here that I ever seen in my life, child. Now, let me ask y'all a question. Now, name this, ooh, child. I ain't letting no dope fiend, a mammy, or a African booty scratching, well, I'm meant to put African booty scratching hoe, bully me. I'ma take up for my goddamn self. Ain't nobody else out here gonna do it. And when I take up for myself, hey, she wanted to get into it with me. She wanted to create a problem. No, sincere, since I the hater, I wasn't trying to create a problem. I wasn't trying to get into it with you. I simply put in your motherfucking chat. You lying asshole. I put on there. It, you're making excuses for bad behavior. And I say, you're acting like a mammy. And then I got timed out of your motherfucking chat by your motherfucking moderators. And then I hit the goddamn link. And I was saying, hey, when we try to talk to you like you had a goddamn brain, then you trying to doing all this and doing all that. And I was saying, I ain't trying. So hater, I wasn't trying to get into it with you. I said, you're trying to make it a problem. I'm not trying to make it no problem. I wanted to agree to disagree. And we did that back and forth. And I told you, it's my opinion that you acting like a mammy. And you told me that offended you. And I needed to apologize. And I told you very clearly, I wasn't trying to have no problem with you. I said, but I ain't gonna goddamn apologize for a motherfucking thing because this is an entertainment application. I don't have to apologize to nobody on here. I don't be expecting nobody to apologize to me. And calling you a mammy is affecting your character. Now calling you out acting like a mammy is affecting your character when you put that mirror in your face because you was calling everybody that follow Lemon You was calling them mammies. And you been doing that bullshit, and wait, when he first started going live. Like I said, Saida, you a hater. I noticed it. You've been a hater. You just didn't get to be no hater yesterday. Saida, you been a hater on Lim. You been a hater on Mahaya. You been a hater, I think, on Lady La. You been a hater on a lot of people when they don't agree with you. But I don't have to agree with you because the good Lord made all of us with our own goddamn brain. And he gave us a choice to believe something or, hey, or believe something. I can believe what I want to believe. You can believe what you believe. I believe you a mammy, that you act like a mammy. I ain't saying you a mammy. You're acting like one. It ain't cause I hate no Shakim. I don't fuck with Shakim. I don't drag him no more. So you can't use that one. You tried to use that excuse. I don't bother Shakim no more. I'm letting Shakim do what Shakim do. I ain't got no problem. Shakim been making a fool out the B-Sect. He just did another foolish thing, and you was saying he wasn't no scammer. Does that make him a scammer if he no, it make him a scammer because he didn't go to California. And he didn't go to no motherfucking court. He got him a cheap ass room in a motel and did some motherfucking fucked up skits and shit with a red, white, and blue robe on and some red, white, and blue goddamn cheap ass shorts. A costume. Okay. Now you mamming him and you didn't do nothing wrong. You didn't steal them people money. You didn't go, hey, you said you were gonna go up to Lemon Mama in the court at the courthouse when she come out and tell him that he was gay. You didn't do that. You said you was gonna go fill out papers at his apartment for an apartment. And you even said you were gonna go to his apartment. You didn't do that. You ain't seen no proof that you went to California. You didn't go out to eat in California. You didn't show us no palm trees in California. You didn't show the airport, whatever the California airport name is. You didn't show yourself there at all. You did nothing. You lied. But Saida, you hater, keep right on mamming him. Like the rest of these crazy bitches over here in the beef sector. I don't care what he do. When I was dragging him, I was trying to get him to stop doing this kind of shit and to be a man, get a job. I wasn't mamming him. I wasn't making excuses for him. I wasn't patting him on the head, telling him he could sing. I wasn't doing all of this and doing all of that. I was not drinking the Kool-Aid. Now, y'all could drink that shit, but hey, one of these days, it's going to give you what that Jim Jones gave all them black folks over there in Ghana. It's going to give you some of that shit. Keep on. Keep on joining the crowd. Drink all the Kool-Aid you want to drink. I choose not to drink that shit. You can't make me. Okay? You keep your ass over there in Guyana. Over there. You keep your ass right over there with that African booty scratching hole YouTube cameras. And yeah, I called your name. And yeah, get your screenshot. And I fucked around and learned how to screenshot yesterday. It took me all day to figure the shit out, though, y'all. It was so damn funny. I was so tickled at myself. I was clicking every damn button on this damn computer that I could click on this goddamn computer, okay? I was sweating. I broke out in sweat. It was a mess. But the reason I did that is because I was fucking around with Leck yesterday. And y'all know Leck he full of that shit. And he be full of that kind of shit I like, okay? Lord, I don't want to start coughing. Well, Leck was on YouTube. And I forgot to share him out. I've been really lazy on that, but I be doing other stuff. But Leck was live on YouTube yesterday. And all of a sudden, he telling everybody to go over to Kick. Go over to Kick. Well, you know what I do. I keep Kick up on here all the time because I be checking throughout the day to see if Leck over there. Well, all I had to do is click on it, And but now before we went to Kick, he had this man on the screen that didn't have no shirt on. And he was flat chested, but you could see his little bitty nipples poke out like it was maybe cold in the room, erect titties. And he didn't have no shirt on. And he had a kind of big stomach. He looked mushy, like an earthworm in his belly area. And I was saying, who is that? Who is that? Who is that? That's what I was thinking before I went over to Twitch. Well, I went over to Twitch because he had a smiling face on the picture on YouTube. Okay, child, I almost broke my damn fingers getting over there to Kick because I knew it was gonna be some bullshit that I was getting ready to witness. Well, child, and Sherry Berry was over there. Okay. Okay, so I went over, I went on over to Kick. And when I went over there, now Lack, he made it, it was like 20 minutes before he actually showed who it was. And so I'm sitting up here, hey, will you hurry up? Will you hurry up? And I didn't put it in the chat. Will you hurry the fuck up? Because I like Lack and he like me, so I don't do that kind of shit. Well, child, when he took that goddamn mask off that thing, and it was beside it was a picture of Grinch, or the Grinch stole Chris, the Grinch. It was him, but it was a skinnier version of Grinch. And y'all know Grinch got a big belly, okay? Well, child, he took that damn happy face off that man's face, and it was DG standing up there looking like an earthworm. Do y'all hear me? It was DG. Do y'all hear me? It was DG. You look like an earthworm. You mushy in the middle. And this picture was took of you years ago. It ain't now. It's you. Your dress was short. Nigga. You be talking about these bitches got ugly shapes and nigga. I seen you without no shirt on. And your nipples was on hard. TG. I know you ain't been calling all these women bad built bitches and ugly hoes and nigga. Nigga. And DG, I called your black ass out all day long over there in the Mo 3 sector and in the hair sector. And you wouldn't hit the motherfucking link. Ho, Why you was scared, bitch? I know. Like I told you, I before you was born, I seen niggas like you. You're predictable. I know niggas like you before you was born, bitch. You hadn't met nobody like me, ho. Cause I don't give a fuck about you. I don't give a fuck about your kids. I don't give a fuck about your mama. I don't give a fuck about your grandma and granddaddy. I don't give a damn about your daddy. See? I don't give a fuck. You can't bully me. Hey, I've tussled against bigger men than you. That bullshit you doing on here with that loud mic, that ain't nothing, nigga. Hey, in these streets, it's that fire. It ain't no goddamn microphone. It's that heat, nigga. Something that you don't know nothing about. Youngin', stay in the yard, youngin'. You don't want to get out there in that street, youngin'. Bitch, I called you out. Oh, I called your ass out all motherfucking day long, bitch. Even though I have a bad cough, ho. Hey, and they even calling you an African booty scratcher now. Nigga. They even calling you an African booty scratcher. Did you know that, TG? Now, I didn't come up with that one for you. Big Leg did that. See, Big Leg don't mind me throwing his name out there because Big Leg don't give a fuck just like I don't give a fuck. Okay? He ain't got no problem with me throwing his name out there because he like that bullshit just like I do, nigga. You understand? Big Leg is... He put the shit like me. Okay? He with the shit just like me. He love it. Oh, you been had your big mic over here clowning in the beef sector. Talking about the faggots. You even brought it over here. But then they said you backpedal and pussy popped. That's what I heard. Over there on YouTube cameras, that's what they said you did. They said you apologized to the gay guys. Well, to the gays over here. I just put the guys with it because I don't know if you did the guys and the girls or either just the guy. I don't know what the fuck you did, bitch. But damn, pimp. Now you all over there calling them faggots and shit on YouTube cameras. You call them faggots all over there. The Mo 3 beef sector, honey, you been tearing them up over there. The faggots. And some faggots, I ain't even gonna call your names because for some reason people don't want to call you. I can't call some people names, you know what I'm saying? I gave my word. But bitch, anybody can use my name and say what I said, but you heard me, nigga. You hear every goddamn thing. DG, you was at Room Shaker yesterday and you was in the motherfucking chat, bitch. And I told you to hit the goddamn link. Ho. And you didn't do it with your bad ass. You exited stage left or right or jumped off the roof. I don't know what the fuck you did. I don't know if you took the elevator out. Mr. Flawless. Mr. Flawless. And I guess you said Sherry Berry drunk ass over there at the Room Shakers. to try to talk to me. But like I told her, bitch, you fell for it. You let DG lie to you to call me all kind of bitches and whole it's stuff. It's stuff I ain't got nothing to do with. Don't talk to me no more, bitch. No, I didn't. Yes, you did. I heard you, bitch. I was talking to her just like that. I ain't got nothing else to talk to you about, hoe. That's how you have to do people. You don't let them do you any kind of way. You don't let them go on no other goddamn panel and talk about you. And then they see you somewhere else and they backpedal it. No, say it with your goddamn chest. Say it whether you're drunk or you're sober. Say it if you're on dope or whatever. And DG, stop getting on here and acting like you OD. Bitch, them little bitty cash apps you giving, you ain't gonna OD on that. You don't buy enough to OD, nigga. You don't you don't buy enough to OD, bitch. See, you don't give yourself time to get enough cash apps where you could really get high. You know what I mean? Really get high. Bitch, you still whatever kind of way you doing that shit you shooting up. Whatever kind of way you doing that, you ain't buying enough. You a dope thing. You can't wait to get enough to make you get high. See, now if I thought that you was really trying to do that to yourself, I would cash out you enough money to make sure you did it right. But see, you a dope thing. You a nickel and diamond to death. You know what I'm saying? Because it's people like that. He a nickel and diamond to death. I send that nigga $100. He a nickel and diamond to death. It won't even be high. See, here, that's defeating the purpose. If you a real dope thing, you'll do it all. Because you can't stop yourself. You ain't one of them crackhead, them bottom of the barrel drug addicts that, that they ain't getting that good stuff. He getting that bullshit in it. It's cut, it's stepped on 150 times by 159 niggas. You know what I'm saying? He ain't getting that good shit. Nigga. But if I thought you was gonna do it, like that little drama you did over there on your channel the other day, and they been playing that bullshit all over YouTube. He fainted like a little white girl. You know how them white women don't go on the wind and stuff. How them the Scarlett O'Hara, how she would pass out when the man, grab her in his arm. He did one of them pass out thing, and I thought he was dead, and he wasn't. That bitch turned his computer off. He had them people over there thinking he was. Will somebody call somebody? Do anybody know DG? No. Do anybody know how to get in touch with DG? Bitch. Girl, I 2,300. I got mine too. I live in the country, and it's trees out here. But it be so high up in the trees, and see, we finally got a start in my sister's yard in a plum tree, and it's really low. And do you know what that fool did? Now, I mean, you can just stand on the ground and pick it. She gonna get the chainsaw because she believe in pruning her bushes and stuff. And she cut all the goddamn mistletoe out the goddamn tree. I could have shit a brick, and I didn't know she did the shit till it got ready to get cold, and I noticed I didn't see the mistletoe. It's because she trimmed the trees. So, birds and stuff, they boo-boo and they drop it on when they eat them different kind of, vegetation out there, the seeds, that's what make, that's how you get the mistletoe in your tree when they be up there, boo-boo, boom, boom, and singing and shit. And some of it'll get a hold on a branch and it'll make the mistletoe because it was a seed. Well, usually it's way up high in the trees where you can't reach it. It's be like way up in the top of tall trees. But some trees have lower branches, like out in fields and stuff, and you can like get a hoe and pull a limb down and cut you some mistletoe off of it. Yeah, I don't have to buy it. I can get it out here. But yeah. And then they were saying that Saida said I wanted to go there with her. I wanted to, it was like she said I wanted to have a problem with her. Saida, Saida, you a hater because I kept telling you we ain't got to have no problem. We can agree to disagree. But you kept on saying, did you hear that? Did you play your live back and hear me keep saying it, or did you take the motherfucker down? Because I ain't going back over there to listen to the bullshit. I lived it, honey. And I came straight over here and hit my live button and told my little crew what happened. So they wouldn't believe that bullshit that y'all be talking out there in the YouTube street when y'all be lying on people and stuff. You know what I'm saying? When they be lying and stuff out there. Yeah, she believe. Yeah, but she actually, I don't believe she believes she can. I believe no, because she was trying to make it seem like he wasn't a scammer. He took them people money. I can't be no plainer than that. If he didn't take their money, why you got to make up all kind of excuses? Why you got to ask people, is he a scammer? You got a goddamn brain. You need to be woman enough to say, nigga, you took them people money. But she can't do that. Because she depends on him to come over there and act a monkey like he do, like a clown. He get to go over there and act a clown. You know? He get to go over there and act a clown. And she give him redirects. And he'll act a clown like he did with Ness for all that time. Clowning, kissing ass, head up all up in her ass, mouth full of shit. And when she got tired of fooling with him, she threw him away. It is what it is. And they made a big deal out of Lemon going through the man's computer. Bitch, you gave him the computer wide open. What do you expect? Y'all are strangers. You now look. If I met you in Vegas, and you don't know me, and I don't know you, and I gave you my computer, you might be a thief. You might look through my shit and get my banking information. You might look through my shit and hit on my banking stuff and order a whole bunch of bullshit in it. People do that kind of shit in the world. You might print out everybody I'm cool with, everybody's in my, my where I got stuff saved with my contacts and stuff. I don't know what you'll do. You might see me on a freaky site. Like Lemon seen him on a freaky site. Like Lemon got them flyers. Where he like to go in them dungeons and do all that kind of shit. That ain't everybody's business. But he put it out there. He gave it to Lemon wide open. I'm just saying, y'all are strangers. What are you doing giving anybody that you don't know your computer wide open? Do y'all do that? Do y'all do that? I'm just asking. Do y'all do that? Do y'all give y'all phones to people that y'all don't know and just go downstairs and smoke? Do you do that with your computer? Would you trust me not to go through it? Would you? If you're saying yes, you a motherfucking lie, because I know you wouldn't. Because I wouldn't trust you. I don't know y'all. I wouldn't sleep in no room with y'all. I don't know you. You could be a freaky Jason killer. I don't know. I could say I'm from such and such and I'm from London. You don't know. How y'all gonna know unless I tell you? You don't know me. I might be a Siamese twin. Y'all don't know. I'm being for real. I could be an ex murderer. Y'all don't know. Well, she didn't sound like Nan, like that user. He don't look like no child abuser. He don't. He sounded nice. He was so intelligent. Why do y'all think people, when they find them serial killers and shit, they be living in the house next door and living in the apartment next door? Well, they went to church every Sunday. They did. I would have never thought they was a freaky Freddy killer. Like when they was in Vegas and all them slept in the same room. What if one of them would have been a goddamn maniac or was having like a mental snap and snapped up in there? I'm just saying. Do y'all trust people like that? Would y'all trust? Would y'all sleep in the room with 6 or 7 people y'all didn't know? What woman would sleep in the room with that many men? And everybody been drinking and smoking. I'm just saying. Y'all do shit like that? So I'm the only one don't do. I'm the only one don't trust people like that. And y'all, I could tell you I'm from anywhere. No, I live in Vegas. Yeah, y'all. Hey, I'm cool. Oh, I'm cool. Y'all can trust me with y'all wallets and your purses hanging around and y'all bye. Y'all bye. I ain't going for that bullshit in it. Okay. I ain't going with that bullshit in it that Shakim left his luggage at that motel. Beasley called the motel and got Shakim put out. Y'all didn't see that? When Shakim was dancing all on them people's beds and jumping all on the couches and the bed and the tables and stuff, doing a concert like he ain't never been in nowhere before. Y'all remember when he did everything? He was dancing from the ceiling. And Beasley called. And I guess he put, because Beasley had white, he probably have a white voice that he could use. And Beasley put that white folks voice on them, and they put Shakim black ass at that motel room. He didn't have nothing. He took them wigs. He didn't even have outfits. The outfits, he just had a bag of wigs. Yeah, honey, if y'all don't, y'all better shut up. And then, remember, Ness had disinvited him before before they all went to Vegas. He had got disinvited. And then he made all these damn taking money from that chef lady, and she taking him to the airport and picking him back up and bringing him back home and all that kind of shit. Then he wouldn't get a woman her money back and all of that. Then she was outside his house and all of that. Y'all don't remember that? Oh, y'all don't remember none of that. Y'all don't remember no. And that was before he even went to Vegas. You know that he was having that kind of trouble, problems before he went to Vegas. Y'all better leave me alone. I'm the only one. I'm the only one to remember that. Don't nobody else on YouTube remember that. And VS feel sorry for him and hit him up and said, "Hey, you want to hang out?" And I believe, now this is in my heart, I believe that next them seen that VS had invited Shakim to come along with them, even though Cam said he was gonna beat him up. But he wasn't gonna beat him up because he didn't fight Duke, okay? But I believe that's why they went and scooped him up. They didn't want VS to have Shakim. And then they got stuck with Shakim. And that's it, that's all. And then he was going along with all that bullshit that Ness was doing about the condom rappers and what are y'all doing in here and all that kind of stuff, trying to make him look gay. And it went from there. You know, it went from there. It was haywire until they separated. And then we still getting the out. We still in the afterbirth of that with Lemon and him. You know, and it is what it is. But Ness didn't give a fuck about that nigga before they went to Vegas. Lemon didn't know him. Lemon didn't know him. That was Ness' partner. Lemon got stuck with him in Vegas. You know, that's it. That's how. That's the way it happened. That was Ness. That was Ness' friend. Cause see, he was doing them concerts and stuff. Brianna them was, hyping him up and all that, like he was the greatest rock star or whatever. Piece of all of them was rocking him up with them stupid ass concerts he was doing with Cardi B's that bullshitting. And now we here. We got this mess. And he was slanging around some cash apps that somebody gave him some money. See, to be set to like that, you look, you tangle some coins under their nose, but they already said that before they came over here. They gave him the money to get him with, and then he was getting the money back because he was doing concerts and getting money. He was reneging on when he cashed out people. He was requesting the money back and all that kind of bullshit. And when he was doing them tricks over here, I told him on 3 Sector. And it never caught on over there. They didn't play with him like that. And they don't play with him like that now. You know, it is what it is. And he could be sha, he could be shoo, he could be shit. He still can't sing. He's still not funny. And I don't care. You know, he can do whatever he want to do. I don't care. And like I said, since Saeed, the hater, you can't use that shit on Shakim just because I talking about she hates Shakim. And, no, nope. I told you that when I was talking to you. I said they ain't got nothing to do with it. I'm talking about bad behavior. And you're going along with bad behavior. And that's being a mammy. It's what it is, bitch. And honey, y'all. Now I seen this on NWO. I think that's the name of the channel. When DG was up there dragging, I guess, the beef sector. And I think that was after they got drug over at ODS's and went to her, back over to her place. When ODS drug, well, I'm not going to use his name because he said don't use his name in this bullshit. I'm trying to say what I can say. Because he told me don't you be using his name and no. He don't want no shit out of DG them. And so, well, I just say Nurse K. Well, when Nurse K drugged they ass too, and they ran back over the YouTube cameras, then he was over there. DG was over there calling, some of my faggots and punks, faggots and punks and all of that. And then he went to YouTube cameras on there, honey. She was feeling herself, child. She had turned her camera on while he was talking, and they both had the stage, honey. And she had her camera on, and she was shaking her head and saying her little stuff. I say, look at this bullshit in there. The first couple. Now, all them lying bitches and all that shit that I said, you said I was lying about on you, hoe. Bitch, you did everything I said you did with that man. And Room Shaker say that somebody has been playing that video of when your ass was sitting up in that motherfucking bed who didn't have no top on with that sheet over your titties. Somebody got that, and I believe it's Chanel. Cartel. But Chanel, if I'm have this wrong, I have it wrong. But I'm going to find out who got that goddamn video, and I'm going to let my folks know where the timestamp is, where YouTube camera sitting up in the bed with no shirt on. Look like she had just got through FUCKING QRSTUP. Okay? But, hey, allegedly, they've been playing that video, YouTube cameras. And allegedly, you are not speaking with that language barrier shit you got going on here. Girl, they said after that man got through with you was talking like me. You was talking to Ebonics, honey. They said you weren't doing all that. Did you want to talk about like that? Girl, they say he knocked you. Well, you were talking like me, girl, and I'm country. I'm from the dirty South, child. You hear me? They said you were talking like me. And I want to hear that video. YouTube cameras. You wasn't no African booty scratcher on that. That's what they were real shakers say. You wasn't no African booty scratcher on that video. YouTube camera. Can you go live when you be on next time you got your man DG up there? Cause he was on live with you and you had the camera on and you was shaking your head to what he was saying. Girl, you was acting like a hoe in church. You was acting like a hoe in church, girl. You just couldn't be still. You were doing your lips and shit. You were popping your lip like that, doing that kind of stuff. That you know how to do that. Cause them African booty scratchers, they be doing that. Girl. But they said you was speaking correct English. No, they said you was talking like me. You weren't using the proper English like you like to use. They said when that man got through with you was talking like me. You was breaking all kind of words up and messing them up. You hear me? Child, you ought to be ashamed for the man. I never, girl. Yes, I have YouTube camera. I did that too. When you know what I'm saying, I've done that too before. When I got through FUCKING WXQRZ. I've done that before too. You hear me? I've done that too. I did that before too when I got through. It make you talk different sometimes, make you walk different sometimes. Okay? It make you do things you never thought you could do. I understand you too, camera. I feel you, my African sister. I feel you. Sure. Well, let me tell you something that just happened to me just a few minutes ago over there in Mahia. Now I'm up there, can't hardly talk because I won't keep my mouth shut and won't quit laughing at shit I see on here. Well, I have went, when I went to sleep last night, I just went to sleep. I slept hard because I took my medicine trying to get over this cold, and the shit knocks me out. Well, I woke up about 4, something like that, or 5, and I seen my hair was live. So I went over there and I was in the damn, in the chat and stuff. And of course, when I got there, my hair, hey, Miss Pauline, you know. So I was just, in the chat. And so then I went up on the panel and we was up there just shooting the shit. And Woo brought her black ass up there. Talking about my old ass, this old bitch up here, and you change your depends a day, yo hoe, and this and that and that and this. And I didn't want to be bothered with that bitch, you know what I'm saying? So what I did was told her this. Now, Christmas in a goddamn couple of goddamn days. Have you got, you got any goddamn gifts under your tree for them children of yours? You ought to be kicking gifts out the way, walking in the house and walking out the house. That's how I was raised. When I was a girl, my mama, it was a bunch of us. So, of course, we had gifts hanging out the goddamn door when you walk in and out the damn house. You got to push your way in the house. You got to hurry up and slam the door before the gifts fall out on the floor on the outside. That was in our den, and that was the room that we would go in and out the house. We'd always put the tree up there. Okay. And we would all looking on the tree every day. If it's another gift with our name on it. That stuff is exciting to a kid. But I asked this bitch, let us see your tree and your gifts, the festive gifts and stuff. She ain't want to answer that. And I say they're going to get just what they got last year. On the first day of Christmas, my mama gave to me nothing again. On the second day of Christmas, my mama gave to me nothing again. And I kept saying that and going on up in the days until that demon got off the goddamn panel. And I'm going to be doing that all the way up to Christmas. Anytime, bitch, you call yourself going to get on the panel with me, bitch. And bitch, you went back up on the panel, but I didn't go back up there and then fuck with you later on. But you was even singing the song that I was singing to you, you dumb hoe. That song is gonna hunt you way after Christmas, bitch. And you know what it's gonna still be? Nothing again. That's what you gonna give your kids, hoe. You ought to be out there delightfuling right now, watching the goddamn Christmas lights flickering on an open fire, wrapping your Christmas gifts, walking in at the mall with your cold nose, Jack Frost, should be nipping at your nose. But bitch, you ain't doing none of that. You ain't sneaking and wrapping no gifts like my mama used to do for me. You ain't hiding gifts out in the storage house and up in the top of the closet. You ain't got Larry doing that. Like my stepdaddy used to do it for me. And we would find the gifts. We would tear the goddamn house up and break the locks off the storage houses and shit. So we will get to see. We want to see what they were putting in there. Hey, but if your kids do that, they gonna have nothing again. That's how that work, bitch. Anytime you come for me, I'm coming at you and all of yours, ho. Life ain't cute. It ain't never been. Anytime you come at me, I'm coming at you. Anytime you wish I die, and that go along for any of these other motherfuckers on here, I wish you die. 713, like I told you, what the fuck is you up there trying to embarrass me and saying something about I was wrong telling DG I hope he died? And when I hit that goddamn link, you didn't want to hit the link. And I said, how dare you talk about me saying about anything about any motherfucker dying on here when you follow one of the motherfuckers, the main motherfucker on here that I always wish somebody died and their kids die, bitch. I don't ever see you saying nothing to her. Why are you talking about something to me? 713. Sound like you got a problem with me. You gonna have your enough nerve to be up on my Hales panel saying something like that about me, bitch. And you followed the biggest offender on here. I wish your kids die. I wish you die. And it falls out anytime. But just because I stole that dope fiend that I thought he had OD'd, and I was mad because he woke up, you got a problem with me. The way all these motherfuckers tell me to look, I was hoping to die on the beef sector years and years and years ago. This ain't nothing new. That happened when I was a subscriber before I had a channel to talk about this kind of bullshit on. Bitch. Bitch. And I told y'all, stay out my way. Let me do me. And y'all do you. I don't need y'all here. I don't need y'all. No, you're not helping me. If you're not for me, you're against me, and y'all against me. So what? Join the club. I want y'all to keep coming out here. I want to y'all keep exposing yourself. Okay? Just because I don't go along with what you say, yeah, she wanted a problem with me. I'm started telling y'all, I don't no problem with nobody on here. All I'm asking is for y'all to leave me the fuck alone, and I'll leave y'all the fuck alone. But I should be able to express myself just like everybody else do on here without getting talked too crazy. I don't try to change nobody else, man. I don't give a fuck about your motherfucking mind. Cause clearly you don't give a fuck about mine. I ain't gonna agree to anything. I ain't going along with anything. If you're wrong, you're wrong. And if you're right, you're right. Now, sometimes I don't say shit, but I can't correct every goddamn thing I see a problem with on here. That ain't my job. I ain't the police. I ain't the person. Ooh, I gotta make sure. No, you did. You better. No, I just sit here and look at the shit. But it's a lot of stuff. Hey, busy. Nothing again. But just like last year before that, the year before that, year before that, and y'all heard that bitch lie like she only had one problem child. Ho, how you know how many problem kids you got, ho? You ain't raised none of them. You ain't raising that little bitty when you got Larry ears. So you saying he the problem child? I put that in the chat too. And when I put that in there, you know what I put behind it? Nothing again. Bitch. Girl. I was sitting up there minding my own damn business. That bitch can't mess with me. You know, I didn't say a thing against her. But if you come up there with that dumb shit about my old pussy and me being an old ass bitch and all that kind of bullshit, whatever come up gonna come out of me. I ain't keeping it cute. I ain't walking on eggshells. I ain't gonna, you know, I ain't I'm gonna come at you with your life hard. Hey, my mama didn't say did she wish she swallowed me? I know that. But I know your mama got on the World Wide Web and said that about you. Bitch. Mama was wrapping Christmas gifts and cooking shit about now every year. Something you don't do. All you want to do is go around your children and make that damn Christmas miserable. All children want a Christmas gift from their motherfucking mama. I don't care if it is just one. That trifling ass bitch. That's some fucked up shit. You think about it. You on here want to drag when you need to be dragging yourself down to the store. And it ain't got to be the most expensive store. Just to the goddamn store. And buy them kids something. They would be so happy. Get a bag of oranges. Get a bag of apples. Get some candy, Christmas candy. What's hard about that? It ain't got to be the expensive candy. It could be Dollar Tree. They got Christmas candy. If you buy bags of fruit, they cheaper than buying like one at a time. All them goddamn kids you buy a big old bag of oranges, buy a big old bag of apples, because that's how my mama used to do us. And you put them in a big old pretty bowl, cheap ass a plastic bowl. You could use a pot. Put the motherfucking apples in there under some damn wrapping paper. If you ain't got no red towel or green towel, gold towel, and throw some candies and stuff on it, and put a damn bow on, put some color to it. Is that hard to do? It don't take no whole bunch of money to make a kid happy. It don't take much money to make a child happy. But see, that bitch ain't gonna never learn. Cause she don't care. If you are an unfit mother and you don't raise your children, don't you think you ought to be able to get them the best Christmas they ever had every year? Since you ain't raising them anyway, don't you think you ought to be able to get all of them a Christmas gift, at least one? A nice gift? and you ain't got to be bothered with them for the rest of the year, don't you think you ought to take enough time out your goddamn life to wrap them up something to take to them? This ain't much, but this all mama could do. And I can go, I got to go get the other one they give. This ain't much. This all mama had. This all I can do, and go from each one of them. Do you know them kids that love that? They'll remember that the rest of their motherfucking life. It might be a goddamn little something that other kids might not have, won't. But that's the best motherfucking thing they ever had. They goddamn like, make them something. If you ain't got no money, make them something. Take time out the day to make them something and wrap it up. My mama gave me this. I know she had a bunch of us, but this all my mom could do, and I love it. Y'all, see that's that bullshit. She want to sit over here and talk about who fucking, who doing menage a trois. Like, they keep saying that Swedish Brown had a train pulled on her. No, Swedish Brown had, it was her and two men. That is called a menage a trois. Okay, that ain't called no goddamn train. See, these young folks, they don't know no better. It's names for different sex things. Okay, I'm just being for real. That's a menage a trois. When you got three of anything in a bed, it could be two women and one man, or it could be two men and one woman, or it could be three of men or three women. It's still a menage a trois. Child, these young folks, you can't teach them nothing. And we act like that's the worst thing in the world. If that's what Swedish Brown wanted to do, that's what she wanted to do, and it's not against the goddamn law. If you can get on here and wipe your pussy on here for the world to see, World Wide Web, why come Swedish Brown can't have sex with two men if that's what she wanted to do? Woo, if you could have sex with Larry and then go to the motel like you did with Kareem, that's having sex with two men. It just ain't at the same time, but hell, all I know, it could have been at the same time. I don't know. But I'm just saying, what make you different than Swedish Brown? Y'all both had sex with different men, two men. So that make Woo better than Swedish? No. Swedish was young and she did what she wanted to do. Some people like to have multiple people in the room with them. It's swingers, it's orgies, it's all kind of shit going on out there in the world. And it ain't just started, it's been for centuries. People do that kind of stuff. Some people like more than one thing, more than it. I'm just being for real. And how is you gonna say anything about when you got all them babies by all them different men? She beating you by that because she only got one baby by one man. You got 50 left. We don't even actually know how many you got. Now you say you got 9 or 8, but your kids said you had 12. I believe them before I believe you. I believe your kids over believing you because you've lied about so much on here. And it is what it is. That's it, that's all. But that honey sweetest, that's what you need to tell that hoe when she be up there talking about your dead son and what you did. You don't nobody know about that situation. You know. But before I let that bitch get up there and talk shit about my child and what kind of ain't shit mama I am, I knocked that hoe to her knees. Okay? Now, I don't know why you ain't, this been going on for years, ever since I've been on here, between you two ladies, and you been too fucking nice about it. I don't be nice to that hoe. I put that hammer down on her. That's all she understand. And that's just it. She talks about your dead child like he the worst thing out there. And I would talk about her living kids. And I don't give a fuck if did nobody never like me on YouTube no more. This is an entertainment application. And what make anybody on here better than anybody? You are not gonna do me like that. You're not gonna do me any kind of way. Not none of these people on here. DG with your coward ass. Now you trying to be a goddamn victim. Talking about I need to leave you alone. Bitch, you the one been calling me out on these panels with your loud mic. You have been doing this shit. Not me. And I bagged off of your ass until the other day and I got pissed off. I wasn't feeling good anyway. And I wasn't taking that shit no more. And then I'm listening to you study loud like you had come over here and did this and did that with Nurse K and the other person from the B sector. And now you mad at Coolin and drug her kids because she played the video because you wouldn't do it. You kept playing all around the timestamp with your fucked up ass because you was getting caught in a lie. You was being a liar. You said you bodied them. You bragged about it for days, nigga. And I was putting in the chat, you got bodied. And I put the names of who bodied your ass and where it was at. But you kept on and you kept on and you kept on. And then you called me out the chat, bring your old ass up here, you old bitch. Hit the goddamn link, you old motherfucker. You pussy, no. And that's why I had to do what I had to do. And then Coolin played it. And then you drug her kids over there on YouTube cameras. You drug her and her kids just because she played the video that you wouldn't play with your weak ass. After you done, no, I'm going to say his name. After you done said how you drug ODS for days over there in the Mo3 sector. When you said you had drugged Nurse K for days over in the Mo3 sector. Even though I was putting in the chat you was lying. Then they had to hear it come out your motherfucking mouth how you went over there and tried to bully ODS. And he put you in your place. And Nurse K did too, bitch. Weak ass motherfucker. But you ain't the only one that can call nobody out. Where you been calling me out? I called your ass out all day long yesterday. And your bitch ass wouldn't hit the link. And I believe you sent Sherry Berry over the broom shakers. I guess to handle me, it didn't work. Period. Like I told a bitch, you got talking about me and calling me all kind of bitches on DG panel. You fell for that shit he was talking. No, I did. Yes, you did, bitch. I heard you. I was talking to you just like that, Sherry Berry. Hey, DG, it didn't work with YouTube cameras. When she was going to get you and Duke Farrow for me, Duke didn't fall for it. Duke came over here and we and him had a conversation. Okay? But see, you two crooks, y'all was made for each other, but YouTube cameras actually wanted Duke to get on my head. And it didn't work. He told her cash out me. And that African booty scratcher didn't. And the next day she had him on her panel. And bitch, he still didn't go along with that bullshit that she was talking. Me and Duke is straight. I ain't got no problem with him. He ain't got no problem with me, y'all. I'm so glad he didn't bite. He didn't bite, bitch. And now guess what? He dragging your man. He dragging DG all up and down. The Mo 3 sector hole. Ain't that something? And I don't know if he got hold of you yet, YouTube cameras. But I know he gonna get you. And I'm gonna go listen to his live yesterday because they say he drug the fuck out of DG. And I want to see if he put a 1-2 in there on you. Since you want to call him all at 12 o'clock at night to put him on my head, bitch. It didn't work. It didn't work. And DG, I said what I said. I said I was highly disappointed that you didn't KILLINGWXQRP your ass. Cause you was acting like a drama queen hoe. And now you was talking. Now you, I wasn't doing that. Yes, you was. Yes, you was. You was wanting sympathy and payola because you got a couple of cash apps and you went out there and bought you some of that stuff and act like you OD, bitch. But hey, he been on here with crack pipes. Mike Martin got videos of him with crack pipes. Mike Martin got videos in his own, this is his own voice, saying, where my stem? Okay. You're a heroin addict. You're a crackhead. Ain't nothing you can do about it. What you gonna do about it? I'm gonna stay on your head. I told you that. I got off your head because Mink asked me to, and now I'm back on your goddamn head and I ain't getting off of it. I ain't gonna do 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 it. Bitch. You could kill You showed your ass one damn time too many on me. Ho. Now you being he a victim. Yeah, he a victim now. I wish she'd leave me alone. I don't know why she... Bitch, you know why I'm messing with you. You called me out on Bimps. Bimp had a big old crowd over there, nigga. How many times you think you was gonna get away with that shit? Captain, you did it over there on his live. I let you bad with that. Because Mink asked me to. Bitch. Bitch. You got beside yourself. See, he thought I'm old. He could do me any kind of way. He'll have me on here upset and crying and wonder why he won't leave me alone and why he messing with me. He thought I was gonna be one of them kind of bitches. I want them bitches to just sit up here and just quiet. But he ain't nothing but a bully. And he don't like to get bullied. But I'm not bullying him. I'm telling him about himself. I'm telling him he's an unfit daddy, that he got a whole bunch of kids he ain't taking care of. I'm telling how he tried to sell his daughter one of them ragged ass cars he got for as much money as he can get out of her. And she ain't doing nothing but trying to go to college and better herself. He should have just gave it to her. Baby, I'm glad you college. I haven't always been here to do things for you, but here this car is. I wanted to make sure you got a ride to get around. No, he too busy trying to get her to get him her student loan money or whatever for a regular ass piece of car. What kind of shit is that? He too busy calling her at school and telling her, I don't know if I'm gonna make it no more. High on dope. Oh, I just don't want to be here. Then all this one, bitch. Why would you do that over the Christmas holiday? Why would you call your daughter with that dumb bullshit? Why would you do that? It's finals time. That's stressed out time for these children. And then you bring your shit too. I ain't never seen. Now, ain't that a hell of a dad? A dad that ain't never did nothing for you. A dad that want to sell you a regular piece of shit car out of the little change you got left over your student loan money. A dad that call you while you're studying for your finals, cramming all night, want you to feel sorry for him. And I don't know if you'll be able to see me again, because I don't know if I want to be here no more. And then, bitch, you are a sick fuck. How dare you? Like I said, why call her in college and it's all them goddamn 17 of them motherfuckers left? You could have called one of them and just say, hey, this dad, how you doing? I'm just saying, why you couldn't, why you want to mess up with the one that's going to college and trying to better herself? Because I don't know what kind of life she had to live without your help. Evidently, she's not in the safety of whoever was raising her for him to be able to get to her at all on the phone. Because when you are ain't shit mama or ain't shit daddy, I don't believe that the people that's raising your child should have to let you talk to them. But see, the kid is grown now in college, and I don't know how the situation happened, but I know that that child was not available to him like it is now, because she's grown and in college. But his sorry ass sit up on that motherfucking live the other damn day and was telling her how he didn't want to be here no more, and I don't know if I ever get to see you again, and that kind of bullshit. Ain't that a hell of a dad? Ain't that the best daddy you ever heard of in your life? That he's the greatest. And his bitch ass wouldn't hit room shaker panel yesterday. The YouTube cameras wouldn't either. Because y'all some bitch made bitches. And y'all like to fuck with people. And when people fuck with you back, you bag all the way motherfucking down. And do the old poor me thing and try to get a whole bunch of people against one person. Because it's only one of me, bitch. And the only reason that Mahaya and Mike Martin come out over there at Bimps is because you was calling everybody goddamn name. And so I started calling Mahaya, Mahaya, Mahaya. Mike Martin, Mike Martin. That's why they hit the link, bitch. You was calling everybody goddamn over here in the beef sector. You was calling everybody over in the goddamn Mo 3 sector. Why come I couldn't call some name? Why come I can't drag your ass on my hair pound? You be dragging my hair every goddamn where. And I know I can go over there and drag your black ass. I can go to the room shake and drag your black ass. What's the problem? Big man. What's the problem? YouTube cameras. And what's the problem? Y'all seem to be a couple. Like I said y'all was. What's the problem? You lying ass, both of y'all African booty scratchers. What's the problem? African booty scratchers. And DG, you look like an earthworm. You shaped like one. And I got to get back to this and tell y'all what I learned how to screenshot yesterday. It took me all fucking day to do it. I am so tickled at myself. But I screenshotted the picture that Lack had there over there on damn what's Kick. He had took the mask off, that funny face that he had over his face, child. And honey, when he took that goddamn mask off that face, and I seen it was DG standing up there with no shirt on, and his belly was looking like a earthworm. He's sitting up there looking like a earthworm. And he be talking about these bad be bitches and these ugly bitches on here. Do y'all hear me? Bad built bitches and all of this and all of that. And he working with what he got. Y'all hear me? A earthworm. That's what he looked like on that picture. That Lex showed. Lex got him standing up there like Grinch. Lex think he look like Grinch. Hell no. He look like a goddamn earthworm. And he ain't just started look like no earthworm. He was young then, y'all. Cause his dress was short. Y'all, he was a bad built earthworm back then. Y'all. And he the general. Sherry Berry even put flawless in her name. She Sherry Flawless Berry. You can't make this shit up, y'all. Y'all. You can't make this shit. Sherry Berry name now is Sherry Flawless Berry. You hear me? Now, if that ain't the goddamn biggest shit, that's a kick in the head, y'all. Now, your ass old enough to be his mama, and you got enough nerve to put that in your goddamn name. You a bit. Now, I thought Gina was a goddamn old fool. But you the biggest goddamn old fool on here. You done joined the goddamn Gina Club. You, Woo, Gina, all the same. Bottom of the barrel bitches. Child. Sherry Berry put her name as Sherry Flawless Berry. Now she called herself coming over there to Room Shakers. Gonna get me straight, I guess. Girl, you better go on and take that earth. You looking like earthworm too. You, DG, Woo, Gina, y'all all earthworm. Child. And Gina was, yeah, Gina got flawless tattooed on her leg. And Gina was high or drunk or whatever. When I woke up like over in the morning, Mahia kept playing this. He played this. What Gina was just talking out her head. She was talking out her head. Yeah, I don't want to. I never wanted my hair, and I did just talking like this crazy talk. And she's sitting up there looking like a earthworm with long hair, and her wrinkled up titties, and she had on a filthy, dirty bra. That wasn't the color that bra was supposed to be. That was dirt. Okay? And her titties looked like two dead fish sitting up on her chest. You need to put a gown on. You need to keep gowns on, button up at the throat. Gina, don't nobody want to see that. You are old lady. And you got old lady titties. See, I got small breasts, but you got jugs. And they were just laying there like just fish. Just old, wrinkled, just old flat. Just it didn't look good. And Gina, like that picture your mama got, you got on your wall with your mama. They're sitting up there with no shirt on. And her titties, you can't even see them. Ain't no humps. It's just flat. That's how yours is. You got titties like your mama. And why y'all want to be on here naked and shit, I don't know. But the apple didn't fall far from the tree. You see what I'm saying? She got it from her mama. Because she got a picture of her mama on her wall with no shirt on. And her hair covering her titties. But you could tell her titties are long. See, my mama, she didn't have stuff like that. And my grandmama, no, they didn't have stuff like that. You know. I ain't never seen nothing like it. And the only way I know about it, I think Broadway was the one that told me about her having her mom on that wall. Like it's cute. And y'all, now she say she still got a job, but I can't remember who panel she was on. It was the captains. Now you know I always did say she put her daddy out, but she say she didn't put her daddy out. But she couldn't find out she did him out. It come out. She said it over there on Captains the other day when the captain was live. She wants her dad to pay her phone bill right now. And she was saying that he wasn't helping her right with the bills and stuff. That's why she had put him out of the house, y'all. It come out of her own mouth. And the reason I know that the reason that she put him out is because she had sent OYB some texts and stuff because she sent people a lot of stuff on here. And on one of them, she was talking about how her daddy had sent her a text like concerning overspending like on his charge card and this and that, okay? And then he couldn't get no information from like the people that she got the credit cards through because she had it set up. I guess she was getting them fraudulently in her name, in his name. But she had to have the passwords and stuff to be able to get information. And he didn't have the information. I guess bills was coming to the house. And that's how he found out, about his accounts being overdrawn and these credit cards being maxed. Well, when she was with OYB, she messed around and sent him, like when you be sending people texts, sometimes they go too fast. You be sending them too fast. And she sent the correspondence between herself and her dad. And that's how we know about her overcharge, getting the charge cards and maxing them out and money out of his account, his checking account or savings or whatever. And then all of a sudden, her daddy come up missing after that. And I said, she put her daddy out. Because he was asked no question about them goddamn charges she had made, all them goddamn credit cards and the money out the bank. And she didn't want to hear that shit, and she told his ass out. I guess she told the brother come get him or something like that. But the man ain't been there in a long time, and he used to be there. I remember seeing him. Well, she said it on the Captain live that she had put her daddy out. It's on the last live he did over there. When he first came back the other night, I don't think he made another one. Was that yesterday when he was live? Or the day before? And see, she got up there and talking to him, and she had said she had put her daddy out, and she also let him know, because I guess people been asking Why come she ain't been at work? Well, she told him that her granddad had died. And the captain, he was like, hey, how you doing? Are you okay with this? And are you doing okay? You know, because he be asking if you're okay when you're going through stuff. And she was saying, I didn't know him anyway. That was my dad's dad. You know, I didn't know him anyway. And so that's why she been on here more, is because her allegedly granddaddy died. And she let them know, hey, it ain't no problem. Hell, I didn't know him anyway, you know. It was my dad. That's how she was talking, child. And now she trying to get money out of her daddy to pay her phone bill. Now, see, before her phone, was when she was doing all that, when people was breaking her phones or whatever, she had said something about her phone bill was being due in a couple of days. And I be listening what they be saying. Like I said, I don't get drunk and I don't get high. I listen very carefully when people talk on here. So then her phone, it started having bad reception in the next couple of days. Okay? Well, her phone has been having bad reception for months now. Now you say you and your man, he gives you money for the bills and stuff. Ain't your phone bill a bill? So he can't help you get your phone back on. All you got to do is get your phone back on. You ought to barely have the phone back that you had the good service on, right? Or am I missing something? If you pay the phone bill, they just turn your phone back on. She just be lying. But see, she had went down on Fremont the other day, yesterday, because she did that drunk lab over in the night. So she was down on Fremont. And I noticed the last couple of days she have been having some money. Because when she send people money on here, like Mahia or Broadway or whoever, she'll let it be known that, yeah, I sent you some money, but and I want you to do this. They messing with me in the chat or something like that. It's always something to it when she give you something. And then she'll get mad before the lab is over. And then she'll say, well, just give me my money back. And see, she did my hair like that a couple of times the other day. My hair telling her, I ain't giving you shit back. And I wouldn't either. Just because a person cash up, you don't mean that you got to do everything they say. And they let her live. Didn't nobody bow off the panel and out the chat, because they could have easily done that. Because I've seen that happen to her 100 times on here. So they was actually over there on the sidewalk. They was showing her mercy, but they was timing her out. But she was putting bad stuff in the chat. Like she was doxing herself, like putting her address in there, telling people to pull her up. Well, Mahia ain't going to leave that in there. He don't want that in his chat. So the moderators would take the thing out and time her out. But then she would hit the panel and say, your moderators, they keep effing with me. They keep tiring me out. And then the moderators would have, whoever timed her out, would have to get on the panel and say the reason they timed her out. It's just crazy shit, It's always something with her. And last night, Broadway was trying to play his game, because he make money playing that game. Them games over there on Twitch, on the gaming part of Twitch, because they be paying them, to play my game, I'll pay you such and such. All that kind of stuff. They have do shit like that over there on Twitch. Well, my hair been doing it. Broadway was doing it first, and some of the ladies over there doing it. Making change, making them some money. I don't see nothing wrong with that. I don't see nothing wrong with that at all. And they like to play games anyway. They play them anyway. Why not get paid? Well, he over there trying to make him some money playing the game with his other buddies that play games and the ladies that play the games, shooting at each other. She over there talking under her clothes to him about her Uzi and how he like the way I rock my hips and all that kind of shit. He don't want to be hearing that. He was saying, Gina, you're about to. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that. Leave me alone. I want to play the game. I'm playing the game. He don't want to hear that. He don't want to be. That's a young guy. He don't want to hear that out of no old ass woman. He don't want to hear that out of no young woman. Not every day. Every time you go live, the person is up there sending you pictures of the in between their legs, sending their booty, sending their titties, P-bombing you, telling you how they want to suck your thing, telling you how I'm gonna ride you. It's never stopped. And it's been going like this with him for way over a year. This is insane. And she do the same thing over at Maya's. She don't sexually approach him or anything, but she sing that old nasty song. He like the way I rock and all that kind of stuff on having sex. That's what the song telling you. But that is not cute. You know. And if a person tell you to stop, you ought to stop. How many ways is it like women ain't the only one that get to say no? No mean no. Because that's sexual harassment. It's just a woman doing it. It's a woman sending them pictures that they're not asking for. It's not right. It's not right if a man do it. It's not right if a woman do it. If you sending me something, I'm asking you not to send me. I don't want you to send. I don't want you talking to me like that. I don't want you saying that to me. What's wrong with that? Shouldn't you have a choice? Sure. These hoes is crazy on here. And these men are too. And it is what it is. I want to get my notepad out. I got a couple of things I'm going to go over. I'm not going to be on here a whole long time. I just got some stuff that I want to talk to you guys about of what I've seen out here. And y'all know, I'm going to tell y'all something that happened yesterday too. There was a talk of the Mo3 sector. You know how sometimes these people be on here talking all that shit and be like behind the screen like I am, like not being cammed up, and talk the most bullshitting that you ever heard in your life. Are how pretty they are, you know, how rich, how they living large, you know, with the wheels and the bells and the whistles, everything. They got everything. But child, we had another camera slip yesterday. And the person name is Mama Mia. And Mama Mia has been a character over there in the Mo3 sector for a while. I noticed her at Captain's. That's the first time I seen her. Was she popped up over there? To me, she popped up. Now she might have been over there. I don't know. But then she didn't stay that long because we thought she was a new shipmate. Whatever happened over there, it didn't fit her. It didn't fit her. So she wound up gone. Well, lately she been real active on YouTube and she been calling people out, cussing them out and doing this and doing that. And yesterday she was on the rampage, huh? She called China out. She called IGT and Mahaya. She called. She called a lot. Jazz Long Way. She called about damn a whole bunch of people over there in the Mo3B sector yesterday. Okay. Well, when she was calling China out, Jackie hit the link. And Jackie hit the link with that bullshit. And you know she wouldn't say a word to Jackie. She wanted to mess with China. And China wasn't really in the mood because China can drag, but I think China was tired or the kids might, I don't know. Well, China didn't go back at her, you know. And I was like, because I know China can drag. But when Jackie, I guess, seen what was going on, she dropped out the sky and hit the panel. And she started dragging Mama Mia. Well, Mama Mia had a camera slip. And she was dragging, I think, Pretty Trucker. She was dragging somebody. And she was talking that shit. Okay? Child. In the middle of her talking that shit, her camera came on, child. And the way I found out that her camera came on, because I went over, IGT went live, and she don't really go live much. So I knew it was some bullshit going on when I seen her go live. And when I went over to her live, that's how I found out about the camera slip. And IGT said that she had been on the panel with Mama Mia, and Mama Mia didn't say nothing to her. It wasn't like they was into it or anything like that, but she left there and went somewhere else, like on another panel, and started dragging the shit out of IGT and Mahaya. So that's when my IGT went live. That's the reason that she went live. And then that's how I found out the girl had a camera slip. And child, IGT dropped that child over there. I got tired of it. You hear me? I got tired of it. I went over to this. I wound up over there on Kick and I went everywhere because it made me nervous. She was dragging her so long. And then my hair didn't make it no better. He got up there and he had his shit going. And I said, I can't take this shit. Because I'm going to hit the goddamn panel. And I ain't in that shit. I don't need to hit the panel. And so I said, the best for me to leave, and I exit stage left. And I think I went over the channel. She was live. And so I was back and forth between them lives and Keek. Yeah. And she had a camera slip while she was talking that shit, honey. And then she was saying it was an AI. She was saying it wasn't her. That was my sister. She had a... She went and got her sister and had her sister talk and say that was her. It was not her, it was her. That wasn't her, it was me, it was the sister. Then she was saying it was her. She was all over the goddamn place. You hear me? But some people do that when they have a camera slip. Some people wig out. And I've seen this before, and she was the ones that wigged out. Sanity wigged out when she had her camera slip over in the beef sector. She wigged out. She did the same thing that girl did, but didn't have the same excuses, but it was similar. Really, really similar. Like going off, and that girl was going off. And then somebody, I guess they got tired of hearing her talk because she was really going at Pretty Trucker really bad. And she was telling her to pull up, cam up, and all this kind of stuff. But GT was saying that the girl had a short afro, like a little short afro, and she might have had her hair pulled back. So it looked like frizzy, a little short afro. And what little they got to see, which is her whole face, she got drug on that shit. Because she was talking about, She supposed to have all this money and I'll buy me down and I'll buy myself back up and you ain't got shit and I'll buy you down and all of this and all of that. When she got bought down for $50, you know, in the captain's labs, it's $25 to buy a person down. But whoever bought her down paid 50. And so that means she would have had to pay double to get back up there. And needless to say, since she got all this money, she didn't buy herself back up. And she waited till later on. She thought the captain, she snuck back on the panel. You know how that shit get going. And, you know, I can understand a panel holder making a mistake and letting somebody up there that ain't supposed to be up there. Where she got up there and she got to talk a little bit. But then the people in the chat saying, hey, she didn't buy her way back up. So he said, hey, I got to drop you down. I forgot all about that shit. And he dropped her ass back down, and she never did come back up there. She didn't pay herself back up there, so she ain't got a whole bunch of money. She can't be buying people down and buying them back up and all of that. She ain't got it like that. And then another thing, when you be talking all that shit, you better make sure your background is okay in case you have a camera slip. Because see, she had her background wasn't giving the look of rich, or it wasn't giving the look of I got all this money. Okay? It was not a new place. It was an older place. You know. And it, looked like spider webs and all kind of shit. And that's why I say people need to be careful when they doing these. Or some of the people that be cammed up walking out through their house and stuff. If you got a regular ass house, you don't need to be walking out through it. If you got spider webs out, like a haunted house, if you got spider webs up in your house like that, you don't need to be walking around your house with your camera on. I'm just being for real. You know, but some people do. But they don't think about that. But you have to be taught that on YouTube and see a lot of people come on here too fast and they start coming in, getting this shit they ain't got no business. They don't know nothing and they just jump in the middle of it and see to me, she like that. But she ain't the only one. There's a lot of people that haven't been on here, but they jump in the middle of everything or pick a side, which it ain't no side to pick. This is a entertainment application. To me, it ain't no side to pick. But it is what it is. Now, let me pull my notepad up. Y'all, I keep getting off track when I be talking and stuff. Okay. Wait a minute. Okay, now like when DG, when he had been on the rampage, okay, lately. And I think it was at the Captain's one day. Let me see. I think it was at the Captain's. He got into it because Max had wound up there. She was on the panel. You know, sometimes when the person first come on doing their commentary, sometimes it's somebody you hadn't seen in a long time come over to the live and they'll hit the panel and go up there and have a little small talk, for a few minutes and then they'll normally jump down. Well, Max did that, talking to the captain. And before she could do what she had to do and jump down, DG jumped up there. And he started dragging her, and she was dragging him back, okay? They were dragging the hell out of each other. Well, then all of a sudden, out of left field, here come Eve. And I was saying, oh, shit. I thought Eve was coming up there to jump Max. But hell no. Eve was with that bullshitting, and she jumped up there, and she was jumping on DG too. And I was getting my life in the chat, y'all. Um, Let me see. Wait a minute. Okay, and DG said that he heard that Max had been looking for him all over the beef sector. Well, see, DG don't really be in the beef sector. The only reason that he over in these parts at the beef sector is because of YouTube cameras. YouTube cameras is not beef sector. She is black sector. And then she made her a tryst through the Mo 3 sector, wound up hooking up with DG. And then she was doing commentary on the beef sector. So that's kind of got where DG is in this shit at. Okay. Now Max know more about YouTube cameras than I'll ever know. Because Max used to be with DG, but she left him a couple of years ago. Well, DG had begged for her to come back. He tried to do everything he could think of to get Max to come back, but she wouldn't go over there. Whatever he did, he overstepped his bounds with her because she was a ride or die, okay? But something he done, she turned away and she ain't been back. Well, evidently he let her know that he had been looking all over the beef sector for her. And he finally found her. He bumped into her over there at the captain's, and that's why he got on the panel and drug her. And then she was dragging him back, and then Eve jumped in it, and she got on him. And so when DG be losing the fight, he told Eve, "You got your nerve up here dragging me with her when she talked about your dead sister, and I think your dead mom and your dead sister." And Eve say, "Nigga, you'd have too." So DG have talked about Eve's mother and her sister that passed. Eve, I don't know, girl, you don't need him. But I'm that's not my place to say, but you can do so much better. But that's not my place because the affairs of the heart, I've been there. I've been there. I've been with, I know he wasn't no good, but I was crazy about him. And until I had enough of him, couldn't nobody tell me shit. I've been there. I've been there and done that. I understand. But then once you open your eyes up, honey, you ain't gonna be able to melt that nigga and pour him on you, honey. Okay. But it is what it is. Well, then see, Max, I think Max is a mod for Eve, I think just like I am. But like I said, with Eve and DG, I don't be knowing when they cool and I don't be knowing when they not cool. Unless Eve come out here and let me see it. Like she jumped in and jumped with Max the other day. But see, tomorrow she might be back with him. That's just the way people that date do. So I thought that was cute, because he didn't like that at all. But, it is what it is. But Eve didn't wind up back fighting for him again because we was all at my house one night and she was into it with China. I don't know if it was over DG or I don't know if it was over Mink, but it was a reason for her to come up there and jump China. But I ain't putting it, I ain't trying to figure that shit out too tough. I don't be in a fight. They can fight, I don't like for people that I like watching fight, but hell, it's out of my control. I ain't jumping in the shit. Okay, so Eve, she been active. She been moving around. And I like Eve. I like to see her drag. She can drag. But Eve, you can't win them all. And China got your ass the other day over there in my house. She tore your ass up, okay? Don't get mad at me. You know it's the truth, and so do I. You can't win them all. Okay? Let me see. And DG, he was like dragging Max. He was like talking about she was on food stamps and fuck her and she a Section 8 hoe and she get food stamps. Nigga, you get food stamps. How you gonna talk about that's when you was doing that on there? You was talking about her getting food stamps, nigga. You get food stamps. So that's like the pot calling the kettle black. And he was calling her peg leg and bad body, which, I told you how he be calling people with bad bodies. Well, bitch, you got a bad body because I seen that picture of you yesterday, and that was from years ago. You look like an earthworm, nigga. Max, get him with that next time. And Lex say he look like the Grinch. Max, get him with that too, that he like the Grinch. Max, tell him he a African booty scratcher, like Lack been calling him. Max, I'm giving you a couple of bullets, and you give me some too, okay? All right. And he was just saying stupid stuff like, show me what you got your keys, and show me your furniture, and the stupid shit. Max shows her house. She got a nice place. I've seen it. It looked better than what he got. That damn computer chair, that bed, the king size mattress and box spring, uh, them fake ass gold chains he be wearing, um, a pair of shades, two pair of pants, three pair of shoes, and two shirts. That's all he got. So she got more than you. So I don't know why you was talking about seeing her house. He was saying you got an air conditioner, a window unit. What the fuck wrong with a window unit? Hell, if it's hot outside. So for me not to have no window unit hanging out my window, you think I'm gonna sit up here in this 110 degree? Nigga, bitch, you better shut the fuck up. You ain't Don't try that. Everybody ain't got central heat and central air, nigga. And plus you living in one room, bitch. She got a whole goddamn household. Make it make sense, dummy. Damn. And see, I don't know how many kids she got, but Max she got a family. And so she got a house to raise her family in. And what's wrong with that? Nigga, you got one room and you got 50 kids. What if they get on hard times and got to come stay with you? You ain't even got a guest room for them to go in. But you talking about somebody that got a house that might have an air conditioner hanging out the window? Bitch, you got life all fucked up. Stupid is and stupid does. You could tell you ain't never had shit. Okay. What else he was saying? He was saying that she buy knockoffs, which hell, a lot of people buy knockoffs. So I bet DG, I bet you buy knockoff. You ain't rich, nigga. You ain't like you rich. Yeah, stupid shit. And then of course Max come back, and she was saying he was dirty as fuck. He was a bum ass nigga. You a nigga that need a bitch to help you. And he had been calling her so many bitches and stuff. She told him, "Your mama a cancer ridden bitch." And she said his mama is a cokehead. And she also told DG, "You will never be shit on here." And she also told DG, you need to get your kids. Okay. All right. And that was about it on that live. Okay. Okay, now Gina, she was over. trying to think. Was it at Lax? Well, Gina started walking through her house, and when she was walking through her house, the camera, her phone was like pointing to the floor, and it was black stuff like on her stairs and different places in the house, and she was saying that because they were saying, "Hey, that's some dog shit," but Gina was saying it was not dog shit. You know how them kids had that slime, but she was saying it was black. Now, Gina, now that man of yours that know the man, he got a little girl. Now, out of all of the colors for a little girl to pick of slime, black ain't one of them, bitch. They gonna pick pink, yellow, blue, light blue. You know, little girls like light colors. You ain't gonna see no little girl when you go to the store to buy some slime to get black slime, bitch. You ain't gonna see no little boy go to the store and you say, go get you something, and they go get black slime, bitch. Little boys will get red, purple, blue. You a dumb asshole. White, yellow, bitch, you ain't got a bird brain. Ain't now kid want no black slime unless it's like a science project or ain't no kid want no black slime. Maybe for the holiday Halloween. I doubt it. I would get orange, yellow. You a dumb bitch. That little girl ain't got no black slime. See, I hate when these whores blame children for them being trifling ass bitches and not cleaning up their place. Okay. I hate to hear a trifling ass bitch blame children about their filth. Like uppity, like Gina. Kids ain't did that shit. Make it make sense. Just say I'm a lazy ass hoe. I don't feel like cleaning up. And my man trifling and lazy. He ain't cleaning up either. Just say that. Or when they say something about your house being nasty, just don't say shit. Now I'm gonna tell you this here that this shit I passed out, okay, 3 times. Gina was walking through the store one night and Coolin was on the panel. I can't think of who panel it was at. And when she was walking through the store, Coolin peeped and it was some bleach. She said, "Oh, go back, go back. I want you to ooh, that's the blessed bleach. That bleach right there. Come back this way. Come back, come back. Keep going, keep going. It's in that green bottle right there. Pick that up. You need to get that, Gina." That was after the black slime situation about her house being so nasty. Okay, now this is some Clorox bleach, but it's in a blue or a green container, and you have to like it's highly concentrated. I'll be like that. You got to dilute it. And she was telling her how much you could do to a gallon, like a cup of this to a gallon of water, some shit like that. I bet Gina got that damn bleach still sitting on the goddamn counter, or either she took that shit back and got her money back. Gina ain't studying that. Gina bought that just to do it cause Coolin told her to buy it. That was one day when she had a little money. Okay. And you know what? I ain't spoke to nobody in so long. I've been on here 2 hours, and I just spoke to a handful of people. But I just wanted to get started, okay? But I'm finna take some time out and speak to the people that haven't left. But child, these folks gotta know they a mess, y'all. Okay, let me go up. Child, I'm telling y'all. Okay. I see 2300 Jackson Street is always home. So 2300, I see you. Panda stay chilling. Hey, Mike Martin, honey, that's my white knight, honey. When I was calling him, he hit that goddamn Panda. Do you hear me? And DG hate him. He hate him. He hate Mike Martin. Damn near, but not quite as much as he hate Mahaya. And that's real bad, okay? But honey, Mike Martin, he jumped up out that goddamn chat. And he come up there and he tag team. He had me to go over there and sit down and rest a little while. Okay. Hey, Kayla. Sage. Yeah, he told me, you get over there and sit down, girl. Okay. He had me to go over there and sit down. And Mahaya did too. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, they came to the rescue. Hey, Redbird. Hey, Nene Goat. Thank you, Nene Goat. Okay. Thank you for the support, child. And like on the Cash App thing, I don't know how to send a reply back to you. So I'm just letting you know I did get that and thank you. Now, before when I would get Cash App, it was a thing where I could reply back, say thank you and this and that. And send a heart. Some kind of way it's not like that now. Like when I look at the email, it don't have nothing nowhere. And when I try to push reply, it comes back to my email address. So I don't know what's going on. And then when I pull it up on Cash App, it don't give me that option. And it used to give me a place to reply. Hey, Panda, stay chilling. Hey, Mahogany. Yeah, child. Hey, Room Shaker. Room Shaker let me talk. She let me get my shit off over there. Okay. But she have done prayer with me for years. I ain't got no problem with Room Shaker. And I don't think she have a problem with me. We seem to get along okay. Hey, that type. Hey, that Beezy. Honey Beezy. Nothing. What I say? I can't think of the song. Nothing again. On the third day of Christmas, my mama gave to me nothing again. Miss Crash Out. Who got her nerve keep coming up attacking me? She want to attack because other people attack. I don't give a damn. I'll fight them all. Okay? I'll fight them. If they fight me, I'm going to fight them back. Hey, and they can keep lying on me. I ain't going to lie on them. Okay? They can keep lying on me. Like Nika said, they can keep dispersifying my name or whatever she be saying, whatever that word is. Dispersifying my name. Okay? Hey, Ronnie Howard. Child. I've been having a good time out here in the YouTube street. Hey, Kenny Lattimore, let's straighten it out. Baby, let's straighten it out. Hey, Dan Diva. Now, that's the head diva of the sidewalk hooches and the golden girl. That's the madam. She run all the girls, okay? And the guys. She's in charge of the girls. Now I'm in charge of the hoe because I got called a sidewalk hoe, a couple of months ago. So D&D don't want no parts of training no hoe. So that's my job, okay? Because D&D don't know nothing about, hoeing and stuff, but I do. All right. Yeah, she's in charge of the girl, including me. I'm a golden girl. Okay. Hey, Dirty Red Babs. Ooh, child. How you doing, child? Hey, Lay Lazy. How you doing, child? Hey, TC. How you doing, child? Hey, Rick Money. How you doing, child? Yeah, child. Hey, Sarah Vaughn. How you doing, child? Hey, Rico. How you doing, child? Rico, don't you go over there to ZX and let that nigga treat you like he did the other day. I couldn't even watch all that bullshit. Fuck him, Rico. You don't need that nigga. Fuck him. He was feeling himself, and I didn't like that at all. Now let me tell you, we're gonna try this one more time. And let me tell you, shut up. Let me tell you. Rico, I couldn't, after about I don't know how many times I started over, bitch, I would have dropped, I would have extra stage left or stage right. Fuck him. Honey, he was feeling himself. His little thumb was all up his asshole. Hey, Zero Likeness. I didn't like that at all. Period. You don't need him for nothing. He don't like gays. Hey, Christopher Kent. I ain't seen you in a long time. Christopher Kent. Hey, illuminated lighting. Illumino. Illuminegro. Hey, okay, Illuminegro. I remember you too. But yeah, Christopher, I ain't seen you. Christopher Kent. I ain't seen you. I don't believe you. I seen you since I've been doing this content creating. Cause I used to do. I said I wasn't gonna never be a content creator, but they pissed me off, and I wound up being one. So don't never say what you won't do. Okay. But I don't be coming on every day and stuff. I don't add a bunch to the like, a person that's gonna come be on here. No, I can't do it every day. Mm-mm. Hey, Blackout Entertainment. I don't have time, and then I don't have the patience. I just don't. And plus, I like to move around. I like to just watch YouTube. Hey, I'm Patty LaBelle. How you doing, girl? Okay. Yeah, I ain't seen you in so long. Hey, Red Vines. How you doing, child? You stay popping. Yeah. I've been out here acting a monkey, Christopher. They been having me acting a monkey out here. I ain't falling for those the banana in the tailpipe. Plus that and I never understood that because you put a banana in a tailpipe, that can kill you. All that stuff coming through the car. I don't think that's funny. Do you, Ronnie Howard? I used to be scared somebody would do that. And I would be driving down the road and just pass out. You know? That's just me though. I don't know if the tailpipe would get too hot and let it melt, or if it would just cut the circulation off. You know, I always wondered about that because it used to be on cartoons when I was a little girl, and then they would have, they would say it when I got grown. So I don't know if okay, I ain't gonna get off into that. I get off track so easy. Okay, now let me get my notepad back up. I'm trying to get through y'all. I'm just going through the stuff that I thought was interesting that I ran into out here. Um, like for as like giving the rundown, I ain't gonna do it because I might get to coughing. Okay, now y'all know CB, which is 88 sister. She wrote a book, and the book is supposed to be like what led to her having being infected with HIV. And it's supposed to be for awareness and this and that. But it's been scandal after scandal after scandal concerning the book. Um, then people have been trying to figure out who gave it to her. But you know, these some nosy bitches on here, and they listen to everything you say, which I'm one of them. Throughout the years, she had mentioned this guy named Lil J that was supposed to be a rapper that was in prison that she had love for, like deep love. And when it got closer to his time to get out of prison, then she was saying that I got a house for us, I got a car, I got this and I got that. We're going to be together and this and that. Well, when he got out, I don't think that happened. Okay, so I'm putting a pin in that. Okay, well, since her book came out, people are wondering because she had talked about Lil J so much in the past. They was wondering if Lil J gave it to her. And these people on YouTube being what they do and what they do, Sin City looked on his IG, on Lil J IG, and hit him up. Now, allegedly, some of the things she told him to do an interview with her wasn't above board. Okay, she did a little lie to him, but he didn't know this. Well, when she did contact him on the phone, because she went live, and then she called, she called him. He didn't answer, but she called him right back, and he answered. So they got to talking, and she told him that about CB happened, HIV, and he was like, huh. And then they got to talking, and he said, well, her aunt told me something about that. But he also said that he had not contacted her since he been out of prison. That he hadn't, talked to her since like 2021. And that was like before he went into the feds. Then he got out. And at the time that Sin was doing the interview, CB and Josh, they was live. CB was like talking about the book or something. And when she heard about Jay talking to Sin City, uh, she said she didn't want to have nothing to do with Jay. I'm not even gonna talk about him and this and that. So, she just bowed out. Well, Sin City found out that the guy he been out like 18 months. He got a new child with some woman. I think he got another one on the way with another woman. Um, he said that she used to be a hoe for him. They sell her Uzi. Um, He said that like the way he survived, he be in the studio. He got a studio like downtown, wherever downtown is. Um, he say he's sell pills a little bit, And I was saying, what? And then he said that like he can't make no more mistakes. Like he said he gave his 13 years of his life to the system. And I think he like 30 something young. I can't remember how old he was, but he have given 13 years of his life to the system. He said he can't give no more time to them. And I think he was saying in so many words, if he do make a mistake and get in the system again, it's gonna be like maybe forever or for a long, long time. And he don't want to do that. So allegedly he trying to stay on the straight and narrow. But I hope that he realized that he do not need to be talking about no selling no drugs or nothing like that. And he on paper. And I can't be no plainer than that. Why would you tell a total stranger that? I don't get why these people tell all they goddamn business like this. And a lot of them wonder how I wound up in the prison for like 20 years. Because you was running your motherfucking mouth on the goddamn internet. Right? Like when you go wind your ass in court, or they lock your black ass up, and you have to go to court. Why they be surprised? They're talking about somebody snitched on you. Snitched on yourself. The only people need to know you sell pills is the people that you selling them to. Not the goddamn World Wide Web. And a little weed. Weed not legal in Texas. Texas ain't California. Texas ain't Washington and Utah and stuff like that. You get your black ass on here and running your mouth like you got diarrhea of the mouth. And then when 88, she got mad because he had been talking to Sin. And what she say? I'm going to call your PO. You did it to yourself. You can't get mad at nobody but yourself. Rocco, ain't that dumb? He got his black ass on the World Wide Web, which he didn't know he was on the World Wide Web. He thought he was on the phone. And he asked him, was he being recorded? She said, nah. But you was on the World Wide Web, dude. And you was saying you sold pills and weed. And you were saying you can't make another mistake. You done been in the pen for 13 years of your life, and you didn't want to give them no other time. And then you called off something that the people that's been to the Fed, I guess they know what that is. And what I figured out it to be is that you might have to wind up spending 20 or 30 years next time you get your ass in trouble. Something maybe like a habitual criminal thing or something. Because where I'm from, they got it, a habitual criminal. Even though you might go to prison for several times for small shit, if you get sentenced under habitual, that's a long sentence. And it could be for a small thing. Like the 3 strike you're out thing. It's people that's in prison. One man is in there on his 3rd strike. He took a piece of pizza from somebody. He got charged with that. His life is in prison now. It was 3 strikes and you're out. It's a lot of people in prison like that for bullshitting it. But your strikes added up to the 3. They didn't say murder. The only way you get a strike is murder or robbing a bank, or you better make a good on each one of your strikes if you're a criminal. I just put it like that. You better do your big one. Okay. Like when Arnold Schwarzenegger was like the governor or whatever, he made that shit up. And in California, it's a lot of people that's in prison now on that three strike out shit, which I think they need to get away with that. Get rid of that because some people be young and make dumbass decisions, doing dumbass little crimes, and wind up in the three strike you're out. And you're out. You'll be an old man or an old woman when you get out. And then like it go by some of these people that's black, another race can commit the same crime, but you get the strike. They might get a probation or whatever, but you do it, you going to taking your ass to jail, and when you go to court, you're gonna get a strike. It depends on how the judge feel at the time, or when you get arrested, if they feel like charging you with a felony or a misdemeanor or dropping it down, because a lot of times they'll drop shit down, but they don't always drop shit down. You might be the very motherfucker day to go to court that the judge say, I'm sending everybody to prison today. Because they have bad days too. And they not all fair. I'm sending everybody that got red hair. I'm giving them a bunch of time today. Everybody coming here with this goddamn red hair. Because this red-headed bitch got on my nerve on the way to court today. I'm throwing a book at all. Everybody coming here with red hair. You never know. But these people don't be thinking, honey. They be thinking about that between their legs. They don't think up with their brain. But that's what I'm thinking, that he might have been into like a situation of habitual. And I don't know if Texas have habitual. But my state, they got habitual. That you can't be, we can't, ain't no hope for you. Every time we let your ass out, you commit another crime. Okay. Now, this is over at 357 the other night. The main topic of the live was Mr. Houston, which is Isha's husband, hit the damn link again over there. And he decided to start dragging Isha and her boyfriend and all of that. Well, they supposed to be going through a divorce. But every time they supposed to go to court, like the last time, I think it was like December the 6th or something like that, he didn't show up to court. So it got postponed again. And I think now they go back in March. But I've never been married, so I don't know the process of getting a divorce. But how many times do you have to go to court and the person don't show up before you can divorce a person? Just because they contested don't mean that you can't get no damn divorce. Or just because they don't show up to court. Why we got to keep continuing this shit and I'm showing up? So that's a question that I want maybe sometime for Isha. I want to ask her. Next time I'm over at Transparent Talk and she over there, I'm going to ask her in the chat. I'm going to say, Isha, how many times are you going to have to go to court to get a divorce from him, your husband? Because you taking time out to go, but he's not coming. And how many times you got to go to court? Okay, now he denying their son. He hadn't been denying the little boy. Why are you denying him now? But before the men sign the the birth certificate, they make you sign a paternity test paper first. I'm not disputing this is my son or my daughter. I know this is my child. I'm taking responsibility for this child. And then you get to sign the birth certificate. But you have to sign the paternity test first. I mean, the paternity papers first. that you, yes, this is my child. It's like an oath, you know, and I ain't got no doubt this my child. This is my child. Because they don't want you coming back like Mr. Houston talking about that shit now. Or that ain't my child. Too late for that. He signed a paternity. And I don't know why would he do that now. That's I'm telling you, if my son daddy come up with some bullshit like that, cause when he signed his before he signed his birth certificate, we was in the room together. And they get you got to sign these paternity papers if you say this if you're gonna sign this birth certificate. If you don't think this child is yours, you don't need to sign this. It's some kind of little oath thing they read to the man. And then they read it themselves and they sign it. And then you get to sign the birth certificate. Cause me being a mama, I done already signed the birth certificate. The only thing that will hold it up is the daddy. And they have so many days to do it at the hospital. And then when the hospital sends it to by the statistics, everybody's birth certificate is not signed. It's not signed by the dad. So I don't understand what the fuck is he. They're so weak of him. You've been claiming this baby all this time, and you acting like you didn't know you didn't sign the paternity paper. You didn't do it. Yeah, you did. You signed them. That's the reason they put them paternity papers in there, cause so many niggas. And I'm talking about all races. I'm not talking about black men. I'm talking about all races. Where they can't come in court and say, "Dog, that wasn't my baby. I had to sign the birth certificate." No, you're lying. I had to sign the paternity paper. No, you didn't. It's just you, the the mama and the daddy, and it'd be like one other person in the room. You know, it's not like people holding a gun on you to sign these goddamn paper. It's in like a nice setting. And if you don't sign it in so many days after the baby's born, it just goes to the vital statistics. And you're more than welcome to go down there and sign, but you have to pay to sign once you get to the vital, to the vital statistic place. It's rules to this. There's ways that have to be done. And even through child support, when these men saying it's not their baby, or I didn't sign the birth certificate. Well, once that DNA test goes through, you ain't got to sign the birth certificate if you don't want to, but that baby yours. It don't make it not yours. But you have the right, the man have the right. If I want to put this kid in my name, I can do it. That's what that's for. But they ain't never got to sign the birth certificate. Just cause the baby proven to be there, they ain't got to sign it. It don't work like that. They'll just put something in the file to let them know that this is his damn baby. He was tested and this is the result. You know, it ain't that hard to do. And then if they don't show up for the test, the DNA test, they give them a time or two to do that. And if they refuse to go down there to do the DNA test, that's your baby. Because the courts have contacted you and told you, hey, you need to come on down here and get this back. Since you say this ain't your baby, you need to bring your ass on down here and get the DNA test. They give you a choice. You ain't got to come. You just didn't take your ass down there, and now you got child support on you, and you've been taking care of it for 7 years, and then you decide to go get a DNA test on your own, and it wasn't your baby. No, it's your baby because you didn't go through the proper channels. You didn't do what the court told you to do. So it's your baby. You know, it's rules to this thing. It ain't no just cause you say it so. It's so, and stop listening to people on here that's telling you stuff is against the law, and don't listen to this bullshit. Laws get changed every day. Just cause it's this way today, some might get changed tonight. The law have been passed, and at midnight tonight, it changes. That's how quick it is. So don't let none of these people telling you that you ain't got a leg to stand on, that you can't do this and you can't do that. You go talk to you an attorney. Most of them will give you an hour free, because you got to explain to them what's going on. And if they think they can win this goddamn case, or if they gonna want to fight for you, well, if I'm fighting for you for this shit, it's gonna cost you this amount of money. And if you want to spend your money like that, it's your right. Don't let these motherfuckers on here tell you shit. They might have you where they tell you, nah, girl, your dad didn't leave you $1 million, and your daddy left you $1 million. Or this come from your great 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 granddaddy. Don't go down there and get it. That's against the law. Ain't no money down there, girl. Don't go down there and get that money. These bitches don't know nothing because they ain't been nowhere. They ain't experienced what I'm talking about. They don't have the answers. They might sound like they do. They don't. Go by your own mind. Go by what the damn doctor say. Go by what the damn judge say. Go back what your damn lawyer told you to say. You know? But don't go by what none of these motherfuckers. These people will steer you wrong if you listen to them. Everybody ain't your friend. Ain't nobody on here friend. And you will be a fool if you listen to advice for anybody on here concerning anything that's going on with your children, with yourself, with your mama and daddy, with anything. Don't fall for the shit, okay? Make your own decision. Make your own decision. That's why God gave you your own brain. Even if it's the wrong decision, it was right for you at the time. You have a choice. Don't let people choose for you. Because you'll fall for anything in your life. And that's for like younger people. And older ones too, because once you get age going, people can manipulate you easy. Some people. Who's Snoop Dragon? Who's Snoop Dragon? You on demon time? Are you going live? Where is Snoop Dragon at? And where's Snoop Dragon at? And where? And Room Shaker? When are you going live? Snoop on. Okay, Room Shaker going live. Like, where is Snoop? Snoop is on. Okay. Well, I'm going over to Snoop's, you guys. I've been on here for 2.5 hours. I hope I didn't bore you guys, but I'm getting ready to run these streets, and I might come back again. I don't know. Or, hey, come over to Room Shakers. That's where I'm going to be at later on. Ooh, child. I got to go over here and see who goddamn Snoop is dragging. Ooh, child. Honey, don't let these people steer you wrong. You have your own right to say what you want to say and feel how you want to feel. Don't be pressured by nobody. Ooh, child. Y'all hit the like button on the way out. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe. And if you like the Cash App, there's my Cash App. I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Panda, her name of her channel is Lady Snoop TV. Lady Snoop. Yeah, Lady Snoop. Somebody dropped the link down there. Thank you, 2300. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.